right in front of my salad. So, I look like a hot mess, and that's because I have bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. But I really wanted to make a video because it's the end of the year and everyone was making freaking April... oh god, I'm dying. April wrap-up videos, so that's what we're gonna do. I just threw on a shirt. I look awful. I haven't bathed. I'm about to. I feel awful. I just wanted to record this real quick. So, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 books. But that's including picture books. Because I was like, okay, I need to read 100 books. And I work at a toy store, and one of the things that we're required to do when there's nothing else to do in the store is to pick up one of the picture books and read it. So that way we can go like, oh, I totally recommend this book. Because, like, we sell books, and, like, I was like, okay, I'll just go down the wall. Actually led to some really good books. I've been selling them really good. I'm proud of myself, okay? We're going to go through the list. Number 1 is a book that was sold at my work called Crazy Plant Lady. It's just, it's an okay book. It's great for people. Like, it's the type of book that you get people as a gift. Hang on. Oh, those are flowers right outside my window. I'm not in my room. I'm in my brother's room because reasons. But it's great for a present for anyone that you know that is a crazy plant lady or a crazy plant guy. It's basically a crazy cat lady, but with plants. And it's really nice. And as someone that's trying to get into gardening, let me just say, I appreciated the book. Next we have a picture book. There's only one you. I gave this 5 stars. Oh, I should mention, I gave Crazy Plant Lady 4 stars. But there's only one you. I gave 5 stars. This is a stellar picture book. I consider myself a picture book connoisseur. And this is a great book. It's great for literally every type of kid, like regardless of their situation. You got someone that's feeling bad that they're the child of a single parent, or like they're being made fun of because they have 2 dads or 2 moms, get them this book. You got a kid with some sort of mobility device or a cochlear implant, we got kids in there with walkers and wheelchairs and cochlear implants, and they play just the same as the other kids. You got a kid that's from another country, get them this book. Like, this book is literally great for every single kid, and I recommend it. Then there was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll die. This one I gave 4 stars. Because I was like, And then, one of my favorite books from this month. I didn't believe any of this hippy-dippy BS either. By Julie Rasmussen. And let me just say, it was such a good book. It is Julie Rasmussen's first book. It's her debut book. It is half memoir, half book about spirituality. And, ooh, there we go. I'm not including that. Okay, so, it's I didn't believe any of this hippy-dippy BS either. A skeptic's awakening to the spiritual universe. And basically, she's talking about her life and how she discovers that her and this man that she is emotionally invested in, they sort of have a relationship, but they are emotionally invested in one another, and she discovers that They were lovers in a past life, and that's why she feels so emotionally attached now. No, I actually give it 5 stars. It's got a 3.95 rating, and I feel like it deserves a higher rating. I can see why it got a low rating, but I felt so connected with her. Like, I feel like this is the lady I'm going to turn, or just the person I'm going to turn into when I'm 40, when I'm her age. And I actually emailed her, because you can email her and be like, hey, I want to buy an autographed copy, which is only like $15. And I emailed her and I told her, like, I'm only a little bit into the book and I really love it. And she sent me a free one. So I read the whole book, I emailed her my thoughts, and we had like a short conversation. And she's a really cool person. So I totally recommend reading this book, especially if like you're a bit spiritual too. Or if you're not. I don't know. Maybe you'll think she's crazy. I know someone will. But it was still really good. Next was another picture book, Blueberries for Sal. I don't get the hype behind this one. It's another picture book. I don't get the hype behind it. It was just okay. It was cute, but just okay. Next is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, The Poetry of Mr. Rogers. This is a bigger book. It's still aimed at kids, but basically it has every single song that Mr. Rogers has sung on his show in poetry with illustrations. And the reason I gave this 4 stars is because I felt like it needed a little bit more oomph to get it 5 stars, which it didn't have. I thought it was very cute. I thought it, I'm definitely giving it to my niece, but I thought it was good. Next was another picture book. This is not the last picture book, but it's Kitten's First Full Moon, which again, I think it's just okay. Both Kitten's First Full Moon and Blueberries for Sal are award-winning books, and I'm not really sure why. I think they're just okay. Like, they're good in terms of picture books, but it's like now I have a really high expectation for my picture books now. I am a picture book connoisseur. So it was cute. Next, oh boy, this is gonna become, I feel like the more I talk about this is gonna become a staple on my YouTube channel, because I've already filmed a video on why I don't like this book. I'm going to film a video on how I would fix this book. I have a lot of feelings about this book. And that book is 5 Feet Apart by Rachel Lippincott, and with help from 2 other people. I hate this book with a burning passion. And I'll give the rundown on the 5 reasons why I hate it, because I made a video on the 5 reasons why I hate 5 Feet Apart. And that was, well, I keep forgetting the first reason. What the heck is the first reason? Oh yeah, romanticizing and glamorizing chronic illness, what I call the tragic beauty, which is just like, they leave out all the gross stuff of chronic illness. Chronic illness is gross. Take this from someone that has chronic illness. It's gross. I have a medicine that turns my pee blue. I also have digestive issues. Like, chronic illness is gross, and they left out the grossest thing they got was like putting on the Afflo vest and spitting out mucus, and that was it. And I'm like, there's grosser stuff than that. You're just leaving it out because you want it to look tragically beautiful. I'm getting too into detail. Number 2, Barb was robbed. She was obviously written as a villain, and then they were like, well, we can't have the nurse that's technically right be the villain, so they were like trying to add in stuff last minute that I was like, oh no, we love Barb. And then I was like, no, you don't. And she's entirely right. Number 3 was the melodrama. I'm not going to get too into detail, but it was basically just one dramatic thing happened another after another after another, and it was like all on the same day, and it was too much. Number 4, the mistreatment of their only gay character and their only character of color. In the movie, Barb is black. I don't think it's stated that she's black in the book, but Poe deserved better. And number 5, the ending sucked, but I could not stand the ending. Just the decision that she made. The decision. That's all I'm gonna say. Go watch my video if you want to see what I'm talking about and you don't care about spoilers. But we're moving on right now. The next book is the book with no pictures, which is a children's book. I can't necessarily say picture book because there are literally no pictures in here. Basically, it's just a book, and like it's a book meant to read aloud to someone. And it's like, you know, like, so the author can make them say whatever they want, like blabber glue blab, or ooh ooh ah ah, and it'll like say like stupid stuff, and it's meant to make the kid laugh, and it's really cute. Next is Children of Blood and Bone by Thome Adeyemi. It is the first book in the Legacy of Orisha. I cannot wait for the second book. It took me literally a year. Wait. Yes, it took me over a year to read this. Like, I think a year and a day. Like, the day I got it was the day before, a year ago, I finished it. Ooh, that's bad. We're going to ignore that. But I gave this 4 stars. It is a really good book. Like, I've been recommending it to people that come into my store. It's basically Lord of the Rings if Lord of the Rings were set more in Africa than like Norse lands. Because Lord of the Rings is heavily Norse. Heavily Norse. But I love the characters. I love the story. It took forever to read. It's like 500 something pages, but it's worth it. And then the next book was What Was the Holocaust, which is part of the Who HQ series. This is the second book that I've read in that series. The first book was What Were the Twin Towers. And I gave this 5 stars because this book was just, it handled telling children, middle grade children, about the Holocaust excellently, and the way that it talked about Hitler, I was about to say Trump. I was like, don't say Trump, but I was about to say Trump, just saying. And the way that it handled talking about Hitler, they usually try to talk about people in a non-biased fashion, or just like, if they're making an autobiography, they'll like say good stuff about that person while still keeping that same tone of unbiasedness. They did the exact opposite with Hitler. They wrote about him in an unbiased fashion while still calling him a loser. I think they actually did call him a loser at one point. And funny thing was, I started reading that book on his birthday. Coincidence? I think not. But, it was really heartbreaking, but I feel like it is, if you need to tell your kid about the Holocaust, this is the book to get them. And the last book is The Lightning Thief by Riordan. Yes. I was rereading this because I wanted to read the Magnus Chase books, because I'm very much into Norse mythology, and Magnus Chase is about Norse mythology, but I heard that Magnus was a cousin of Annabeth, who is a character in Percy Jackson, and I was like, I need to read Percy Jackson first, and I was like, you know what, this is the perfect opportunity, so I started reading it again, and right now I'm reading Magnus Chase because I'm like, screw it, I want to get into it. I'm not really enjoying Magnus Chase right now, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep reading Percy Jackson. Basically, Percy Jackson finds out he is the son of a Greek god. You probably know who it is at this point, but for anyone that doesn't know, I'm not going to say the name. That should be fairly obvious once you start reading it. He's holding a trident in the cover. I'm going to say it. He's the son of Poseidon. He's the son of Poseidon. And, basically just the Olympians are accusing him of stealing Zeus's lightning bolt. And Percy's like, I didn't even know I was a Greek god until, like, 2 seconds ago. So, I don't know how I could have stolen it. But, basically, he has to be the one to return it. Because if he... Like, there's this whole thing where, like, if he doesn't start moving, he's going to be in danger. Like, he needs to be the one to do it. So he teams up with his best friend / satyr, Grover, and Annabeth, who is the daughter of Athena, and then they go on an adventure, and it's really good, and I gave it 4 stars, and I just really love that series. Like, I consider a necessity next to Harry Potter. Like, I consider a necessity for middle grade readers. Like, okay, you're 11 now, time to start reading Harry Potter and Percy Jackson. Except, Harry Potter, I feel like, is better well written. But Percy Jackson has an author that's not as awful. So, there's that. Anyway, yeah. And I will, probably make another one for May. Yeah. I'm really sick. I'm not going to edit this. I'm just going to put it out. Y'all know this by now. I don't edit my videos. It's complicated. Quick update though. For old fans, Quick Change Season 3 might be happening. I know I didn't finish Quick Change Season 2. We're going to ignore that. But, so the same people that did Mary Poppins. So, okay, Season 1 of Quick Change. Season 1 of Quick Change was a theater vlog of me and Mary Poppins. I was in the ensemble, and I would just, like, film myself there, and I would film rehearsals, and then I would edit it the same day, and then I would put out a video. And it was really fun. Well, this same company, which was Rockwell Summer Musicals, had auditions for Annie. And, let's just say, they liked me. I have a callback. They liked my dancing. Someone liked my dancing. I don't know who, but someone liked my dancing. And, I don't dance well. You can see that in the first Quick Change season. But they liked my dancing. They loved my singing. Oh. And now I'm suffering from bronchitis, and the callback's tomorrow, so I'm gonna have fun with that. There's, like, a voice in the back of my head that's going, it's gonna be Lily St. Regis. And then there's another voice in the back of my head going, it's gonna be me. And I hope I get Lily. I mean, I'd settle for anyone, literally anyone. I specifically put, like, you know, like, I want Grace, I want Lily, I want a Boylan sister. I've already played a Boylan sister at my high school. So, like, I was like, if y'all need a Boylan sister that knows what she doing, I'm your boy. Lynn. Yeah. Anyway, so, more updates on that coming up. I hope I'm in ensemble at least. If I am, I will be recording another season of Quick Change. I didn't do it with the show I'm in right now because I had a lot going on. And it's a close-knit show, and I don't feel too comfortable filming with close-knit people. Like, that's why I didn't finish Quick Change Season 2, because it was very close-knit, and I feel more comfortable filming in shows where there are a lot of people, like a large ensemble. So, that's what happened. Anyway, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And I will see y'all with probably my 5 feet apart video. And then hopefully with an update on Quick Change Season 3. I love y'all. Bye!